First thing is I need to start saving. Like, I also spoke to a couple of friends telling them why I'm doing this, and they were like, really? Retirement planning at 33? Are you crazy? But no, you know what? I want to tell you that maybe I'm not. Maybe if I start today, within 15 years, I am somewhere. So you need to start. 33 or any age is never too early. You need to start whatever age you are at. Maybe you have something, maybe you don't, but start.
Hello, my name is Rupert Connor. I'm a partner at Abacus Financial Consultants. I am the ambassador for Wise Up Wednesday for Kashi UAE Saves Week. In terms of financial planning, it's about a steady growth over time. Yeah, my job is I can't double people's money overnight, but I can help them put in a disciplined savings approach, and if they stick to that plan over a 5, 10, 15-year period, then they will get results from it. There's obviously other ways that one can build wealth by purchasing properties or going into stocks and shares and selling them, but it's all about financial planning is about being responsible with your money and taking some of that money and putting it aside and paying yourself for a later date.
My name is Anita. I was born in Sharjah. My family came down 4 decades ago, and yes, pretty much this country has been a huge part of my life.
So I've been in Dubai for the last 6 years, mainly dealing with individuals, looking after their finances, helping them build wealth, get on the right track. We've been talking with Anita today. She's a classic example of someone from Dubai who's been here a while and has racked up, a slight bit of debt on their credit card, and probably spending out of her means each month.
I have 2 credit cards. One came with my account, with my salary account. Basically, it was given to me for free. I'm so not a credit card person because I used to be an impulsive shopper ever since I can remember. So I was dead against having credit cards, but once I started, I was quite disciplined because I used it only for online booking, but I think now I use it for a whole lot more things, anywhere and everywhere, which I need to clamp down on. I really need to stop that. The other credit card I have is because I got divorced last year, so I've taken up an apartment of my own. A major part of my salary went away in paying the deposits and basically everything that comes with rent. I didn't really have any extra cash to get the furniture or really sort up the place. That's why I took the other credit card, so that it would give me the ease of paying the furniture and whatever I bought over a period of a year at 0% interest.
So Anita and myself met last week to talk about her, and I conducted a fact-finding meeting with her. There's a couple of things that stood out from that she wanted to retire at age 45, and that's in 12 years' time. She's currently paying off credit card debt each month and has no savings, so I think there needs to be a certain level of realism from Anita that this age might need to be 50, 55, and she needs to start saving sooner rather than later.
So basically, yes, that's why I went to Rupert. I sat down with him. I basically want him to help me try and make a plan, something that will help me retire by age 45. That may happen, that might not happen. 45 may become 57, who knows, but at least I've started.
So I think Anita needs to prioritize ambitions, whether retiring at 45 or owning a business, which one she wants to do. I would suggest that she needs to start saving as soon as possible, and maybe put the idea for business on the side for the moment. If she gets a job that pays a higher income, then maybe she can look at revisiting this at a later date.
Ever since I started working 10 years back, I have had this dream. I want a bookstore of my own, and that dream seems a little far away now since I don't have any savings anymore. But yes, like I said earlier, I'd like to start. I have spoken to a couple of people who set up businesses, free zone authorities, etc. This is the. I'm not too sure about the exact math, but I think I need 300,000 as a minimum to set up anything. Even if I can start saving 150,000 and maybe take the other 50% as a bank loan or whatever it is, I think I have at least started.
So if Anita wants to retire at 45, realistically she's maybe going to live to 75, 80. So who's going to pay those 35, 40 years of retirement? The answer is she's the only person in control of that. She also spoke about owning her own business and wanting, or maybe needing 300,000 dirhams to start up whatever business she has in mind. She was talking about getting a loan for some of it, which is fine, but then that's also going into more debt, and then saving 150,000 dirhams. And that's going to be a year and a half of wages that she's going to need to save, and she wants to do this in the next few years. So again, we need to have a certain level of realism that, is she really going to be able to save a year and a half of her wages in the next 2 to 3 years? Probably not, because of the cost of living in Dubai.
With my credit cards, right now at this moment, I feel I'm only working to pay off my bills, which I think is quite ridiculous.
So when looking at the sort of the general principles of financial planning and prioritizing someone's needs, Anita doesn't necessarily have a need for a will at the moment. She's got no property, she has no children, and she hasn't really got many assets. The next thing to look at would be life cover, but again, she has no dependents, she doesn't have a mortgage, so at the moment there's no need for life cover. Critical illness cover, this is something that pays out a lump sum upon diagnosis of a critical illness, sort of brain tumour or cancer or something like that, which would help in a dark period to pay an income to you over a 2-year period or 3-year period while you recover, because statistically most people do recover for critical illnesses and go back to work. Once we've looked at the sort of protection side of things, then we go on to savings. Now, I always recommend that people put away between 5 and 20% of their annual salary.
When I started talking to Rupert, he also kept mentioning things like life cover, sickness protection, things like that. I realize these things are important, but maybe not right now for me, because the first thing is I need to start saving.
So the good news for Anita is that she's not in huge amounts of credit card debt. She pays off what's on her credit card each month, so it doesn't have a lump sum sitting there while she's only paying off the interest. Now, her aspirations to retire at 45 might need to be pushed forward a little bit, but if she starts saving now over the next 20 years, then yeah, she will be in a good position to retire, at a lower age than 65.
Okay.
For perspective, I'll give you a couple of examples. If you're earning 5,000 dirhams a month, at a minimum you should be saving 5%, which would be 250 dirhams per month. Over a year, that would be 3,000, and then so on and so on. If you're earning 10,000 dirhams per month, at a minimum you should be saving 500 dirhams of that per month, which would equal 6,000 a year. And you can see quite easily that would build up over time. The important thing is to be disciplined with this money. So after a year, not go and spend it, or actually save it and build on that. And you do that over a 20-year period, then you would have got somewhere through being disciplined.